Now this is the final video before we get on to the course proper, where we really get stuck in and learn some improvisational stuff. Right? We learn to train your ear a bit closer, and we learn to understand a lot more of the theory behind how we play and how we make stuff up, and we get a lot more tricky with it. And these lessons will take you a lot longer to get through. And hopefully it's the reason that most of you are here. But before we do that, one more on just learning a few licks, just for fun. What we've looked at so far is a sort of a rock and roll groove. We had a slow blues, we had a bit of a shuffle. Each of those had licks in them that you can learn. What I'm going to do now is just look a bit more about constructing a few licks. Yeah. And again, I'll just play them, get you to listen to them. I'm pointing at my ear. Listen to them and see if you can copy them. I'll explain them the best I can, but an important part of your lessons from here on in will be you doing a lot more of the work. So I leave things out. I don't tab out everything, not because I couldn't be bothered, but because you need to do some work here too. You need to listen, train your ear, because only by training your ear will you become a good improviser. And only by doing that will you be able to play your blues. Okay? We're not training you to be a parrot here and play the same as me or the same as Helen Wolf or the same as anyone else. We're training you to play your blues, and I don't know what's in there. No one else does. And the value of you playing yours is that we get to hear it. Doesn't matter if it's as technically fantastic as Joe Bonamassa or Duane Allman, Eric Clapton. I don't believe I said those three names in the same sentence, but anyway. Anyway, forgive me, please. The main thing is I want to hear what you've got to say. Yeah? It doesn't have to be the best thing ever. I just want to hear what it is that you've got to say, and so you'll be able to show me that by learning all these improvisation techniques. Anyway, before we get onto that, it does work to copy others first, just to see how these things work. Right? So that's the only reason I'm giving you these riffs and asking you to copy them, just so that you can get a bit of an idea about how it works before you then chuck them away, never use them again, come up with your own. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we got after that little rave? Didn't mean to have a rave there. There's plenty of raves to come. Let's just play something. Okay, do that again, or as close as I can. Now, a bit of a clue when you're trying to figure out what's going on here, have a look as well. If I'm on that third fret, then I'm either playing that note, or that note. There's a bit of a gap between that and that. Most of you would be able to hear the difference, I would hope. So, even without your guitar in your hand, you can tell which of those notes on this position, this fret here, I used my first finger for, and which I used my second finger for. Okay, let's get the right hand out of the shot if I can. Oh, I can't. Okay, what finger am I using there? What finger am I using there? Okay, you should be able to tell which string I hit. Oh, that hurt. Okay, another riff. On the bass string there, third fret, second fret, third fret. Another one, I'm just going to focus around this area for now because there's so much that can be done there with these blues notes. You've got most of your scale there. The only one that's missing is the 4, really, and So you haven't got the 4, you've got all the others. So where's another riff? Yeah, that combined some of the elements of the other ones, didn't it? Okay, I'm trying to play the bass note with my thumb on the 1 beat, the first beat of every bar. And you can see what's going on there. There's another one. How about 3rd fret, 4th fret? Okay, you can get funky on your bottom string too, on your bass string. It doesn't have to be always up here. Yeah. Let's try some up here though. Okay, 3 little segments. It's like a chord response sort of idea, isn't it? There's the response, again finishing up on the open string. There's another one. Yeah, that didn't work so well, but let's see if we can fix it, eh? Neither did that. There's not enough tension in these notes, is there, to make it anything really interesting? That's why we need this one. Let's have a look at the flat 7. We're using the flat 7 a lot back here. Let's use it up here. Okay. That works. If you're going to do that, play that middle string up here and then go to there. You want to avoid that sound, don't you? To do that, you put your first finger back down there and damp it, and then go to there. It's a bit of a tricky technique that I didn't look at in the starter pack. There are other ways of dampening as well. You can just take your finger off. But I tend to come down with my first finger anyway. But anyway, there's a little riff that's on that bluesy note. I reckon the strength of the 3-string, particularly with the slide, is that it's a riff machine. You can make riffs with it. You can't do lots of things. You can't play chords, certainly without frets, and you can't. There's plenty of things you can't do. It's very difficult to make solo arrangements because of, especially without frets, but just because of the jumps and the stretches in your hand. But you can make riffs. You can. It's a little funk box, It's just. So take some of these ideas. And play around. The main thing, I reckon, is getting interesting rhythms happening with your right hand, and listening and trying to predict what it is that you're going to play, like have it in your head before it comes out. You need a bit of technical facility for that. Your hands need to do what they're told. But anyway, there's some riffs. Have a play around with that, and we'll see you in the next set of lessons. Cheers.